Hello guys, welcome to Pharma Now channel. Today I am discussing about the antibiotics. In my previous video, we have discussed about the two main antibiotics, sulfonamide and penicillin. So in this video, we will discuss about two main category of antibiotics, cephalosporin and other one is uh, aminoglycosides and other one. So let's start from antibiotics, which is cephalosporin. So cephalosporin is a similar kind of antibiotics, which similar to the penicillin, but there are the fourth generation of cephalosporin antibiotics are available. Like in first generation, mm, we are in the first generation the antibiotics like ceftriaxone, cephalexin, and the cephradils and the ceflozin, and these are the all first generation cephalosporins. Basically, these are the effective against the gram positive bacteria and gram negative. Another one is first generation antibiotic similar to the penicillin resistant penicillin with greater gram negative coverage. Cephalosporin is used for the community-acquired infections and mid to moderate infections. So, if we look the second generation, which involve the cefclor and cefprozil and cefmadols and the cefoxitin. So, guys, if you remember, these all antibiotic contain OR and ZIL word. So which or IN, the IN is used as a suffix for these antibiotics. So an exim. So we can use to remember these name or this category for the identification of antibiotics belonging to which class or which generation. So these second generation cephalosporins are active against both gram positive as well as gram negative bacteria, which is a greater as compared to the first generation. So next, in second generation, this increase the activity especially against Haemophilus influenza and used for the otitis media in children and respiratory infections, UTI, urinary tract infection. In respiratory infections, it is used in a pneumonia, tuberculosis also. And next is third generation cephalosporin. The main antibiotics in this generation is Fixim, which is commonly available in the market, and Cefdoxim, Praxital, Cefprozil, Cefotaxime. So the most of antibiotic use a suffix is exim and exon. So it's also similar. You can remember name of this generation by these suffix. So next is these are potent group against the gram negative and less active against the gram positive bacteria. So what is the gram positive bacteria? Which contains thick cell wall, and what are negative and thin cell wall. So on the basis of dye, they use gram stain for the identification. Therefore, we call gram positive and gram negative bacteria. So example of gram positive is like typhoid bacteria and tuberculosis. So these are the gram positive bacteria. So next is again in the third generation active against wide spectrum of gram negative bacteria and long half-life. So dose is a once day dosing for the some and used for the ambulatory patients. What are the ambulatory patients? The patient which go to the hospital on a daily basis. Like these are the so and they use for the children also dosing before or after school. So next is third generation Sphixim. If we talk about Sphixim available in the market. The brand name is Suprex. It's also known as Suprex. So it's the only oral third generation agent. and best available as a oral cephalosporin. It is available in the tablet as well as suspension in form. In the suspension used for children and infants in infections, in case of infections. So ceftriaxone, which is a Roche brand name, is Rockfin, and it is a formulation. It's available in IV and IM and long half-life as well as once a day dosing, and it easily passes the meninges. So what are the meninges? These are the brain walls, or we can say it crossed the blood-brain barrier, and which is the maybe it caused some effect on the brain. So some effect on the brain. So it is used for the brain infection also, because it cross the meninges and enter into meninges, and therefore we can use for the encephalitis and other brain infections. So next is fourth generation cephalosporin. With the main fourth generation cephalosporin is cefpime, which is also known as maxipime, is the newest cephalosporin agent and broad spectrum of antibacterial activity. Then third generation, and especially against gram-positive bacteria. So the main is next is complication caused by cephalosporin. So, the cephalosporin is a widely used antibiotic. After that's for penicillin. It is similar, as I already told. Uh, that is the penicillin is a beta lactam, and it is also beta lactam, in which if it talk about structure, in cephalosporin, the thiazole ring is replaced by the benchthiazine ring. So it is a similar, and beta lactam ring is similar as a penicillin. So some adverse effect is also similar to the penicillin, but the main complications with cephalosporin include irritation, in a GIT tract, and when it given by intramuscular introductions, by it cause the phlebitis, and after intravenous introduction. So, and dysbacteriosis, superinfection mean because during the treatment of cephalosporins, the chances of other infections increases, because it also lower down the immunity of that body. So therefore infections of other or entry of other bacteria increases in the body, so which is called superinfection. So basically, like in if the person affected with the tuberculosis, so if they take cephalosporin continuously, so the immune system will be suppressed by these cephalosporin, or so then the immune system is not enough active, so that's why the chances of other infection may have increased. So allergic reactions and cross allergy with penicillin, granulocytopenia, increase in WBCs, and hemorrhage, and which inhibition of synthesis of factors of blood coagulation in the liver. And main is nephrotoxicity, and what mean due to the accumulation in epithelial cell of the kidney caniculus. And next is encephalopathy.